Have you ever wondered why truly understanding a person is so difficult? We interact daily with people who always seem cheerful, friendly, and full of positive energy. They could be a warm colleague, a friend who always smiles, or even a kind stranger you meet on the street. But does that seemingly perfect exterior truly reflect who they are? In today's society, where appearance and first impressions are often highly valued, many people wear different masks, intentionally or unintentionally, to conceal their emotions, thoughts, and true nature. Some choose to present themselves in a certain way to integrate more easily or achieve personal goals. On the other hand, some simply do not want to reveal their weaknesses or vulnerabilities for fear of being judged or further hurt. However, no matter how sophisticated the facade is, there are always subtle signs that can help us determine whether someone is truly sincere or just playing a perfect role. And the good news is, you don't have to be a psychologist or an expert in human behavior to recognize them. In reality, you can gradually uncover a person's true character by paying attention to a few small details in daily interactions. These are not complicated theories or intricate psychological analyses, but rather simple yet crucial observations we often overlook. By observing and understanding these two key signs, you will gain a clearer perspective on the people around you, avoid being deceived by superficial charm, and build more genuine, trustworthy relationships. Take a moment to think about this. If you could see through polite, superficial small talk, if you could distinguish between a genuine smile and a forced formal one, you would gain a deeper understanding of the people around you. This would help you see their true nature more clearly and allow you to make wise decisions about who truly deserves a place in your life. Instead of being drawn into illusions created by outward appearances, you would learn to recognize genuine individuals and steer clear of those who hide their true selves behind a flawless facade. In this video, we will explore two crucial signs that can help you more accurately assess a person's character. These are not complicated theories or difficult psychological principles, but rather simple, subtle observations with the power to completely transform how you perceive others. Once you recognize these signs, you will no longer judge people solely based on their words or outward actions. Instead, you will develop the ability to see deeper into their motivations and thoughts. More importantly, this knowledge will benefit your social relationships and open up a new perspective on yourself. You may discover things you have never noticed before about how you interact and connect with others. So, get ready, because what you are about to hear might change how you see everything. Before we dive into the main topic, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out on valuable content about personal development and deep thinking. The upcoming videos will expand your awareness and challenge the beliefs you once took for granted, helping you build a more meaningful and fulfilling life. If you're ready, let's get started. How someone treats those who cannot return the favor. A true reflection of character. One of the clearest signs of a person's true nature is how they treat those who cannot reciprocate or provide them with any benefit. This can be observed in how they interact with restaurant staff, a cashier at the supermarket, or even a stranger in need on the street. When no ulterior motive exists, a person's small, everyday actions often reveal their true character. Those who are compassionate and sincere treat everyone with respect, regardless of their status or circumstances. They do not look down on manual labor jobs or act condescendingly toward those in lower positions. A simple "thank you," a warm glance, or even patience when a server makes a small mistake are indicators of genuine kindness that comes from within. On the other hand, people who tend to be arrogant, dismissive, or cold toward those who cannot benefit them often conceal deeper insecurities. Exercising power over others, especially those in weaker positions, can sometimes be a defense mechanism to compensate for their feelings of inadequacy or lack of control. This is not only a negative trait in social interactions, but also a crucial warning sign in personal and professional relationships. If someone easily loses their temper, lacks patience, or looks down on others when they are in a position of advantage, there is a strong chance they will treat you the same way at some point in the future. Instead of relying solely on what people say about themselves, pay attention to how they react in seemingly minor yet meaningful situations. For example, do they remain calm and understanding toward the staff when facing a long wait at a restaurant? Or do they quickly become impatient, irritated, and openly express frustration? If someone can berate an employee over a small mistake, it may indicate a lack of emotional control and a tendency to overreact when confronted with challenges in life. On the other hand, those who can handle similar situations with calmness and empathy are often individuals with high emotional intelligence. They understand that everyone makes mistakes and choose to approach challenges with patience rather than anger. This is a crucial quality in any relationship, demonstrating self-control and respect for others. While observing others, don't forget to ask yourself, how do I treat people who can do nothing for me? Do I unintentionally overlook them, act indifferent, or even look down on those working in service roles? Or do I always maintain a respectful and courteous attitude, regardless of who they are? Reflecting on how you treat those around you helps you become a better version of yourself and provides deeper insight into how relationships are built. When you act with kindness and respect, you create a positive environment for yourself and inspire those around you to do the same. Ultimately, remember that kindness and respect are never signs of weakness, but the strongest expressions of good character. Truly, sincere individuals do not need titles or praise to prove their qualities. They demonstrate them through small actions every day. So, if you want to assess someone's character, don't just observe how they treat important people. Instead, pay attention to how they act toward those they have no reason to be kind to, because it is in those moments that their true nature is most clearly reflected. The psychological value of keeping promises, a measure of character and trustworthiness. The second key factor in assessing a person's true nature is how they keep their promises. Many people view keeping a promise as mere politeness, but in reality, it is a powerful indicator of integrity, reliability, and the level of respect a person has for others. A promise is not just a statement. It reflects commitment, responsibility, and the ethics of the person who makes it. In psychology, numerous studies, including those by renowned psychologist Albert Bandura, have shown that our actions shape how others perceive us and influence how we see ourselves. When someone keeps their promises even when they are inconvenient, they build trust with those around them and reinforce their self-respect and personal values. On the other hand, those who easily break commitments or only keep their word when it benefits them may reveal a lack of consistency in their principles. We often believe that only major promises matter, but in reality, the small commitments in daily life best reveal a person's character. No one is perfect. Sometimes, we may have to break a promise due to unforeseen circumstances. However, how a person handles such situations is just as important as whether they keep their promise in the first place. If they proactively apologize, provide a valid explanation, and seek to make amends, it shows responsibility and respect for others. But if they avoid the issue, make weak excuses, or downplay the broken commitment, it may indicate that they do not truly value their promises or care about how their actions affect others. Such behaviors serve as warning signs in both personal and professional relationships. A person who frequently makes promises but rarely follows through cannot be trusted in the long run. While observing how others keep their promises, take time to evaluate yourself. Keeping promises is not just about fulfilling commitments to others, but also about keeping commitments to yourself. Honoring your promises helps you build a strong character, develop self-discipline, and earn the trust of those around you. A person who stays true to their word to themselves can often be trusted to keep their word to others as well. Ultimately, remember that a promise is not just a statement, but a reflection of your character. Trustworthy people are not simply speaking eloquently, but consistently following through on their commitments, no matter how small. In a world where many people make promises easily, but few truly keep them, being a person of integrity and responsibility will set you apart. Observe how others keep their promises, and don't forget to reflect on your actions. Keeping a promise is not just an act, but a sign of morality, trustworthiness, and respect for yourself and those around you. Finally, keeping a promise does not mean being perfect, but being consistent and reliable in your actions. No one can fulfill every promise flawlessly, but a responsible person will always do their best to honor their commitments or find a way to make up for it if they cannot. A person's trustworthiness is not measured by grand speeches, but by the consistency of their actions. Some may be persuasive when talking about their values, but their true character is revealed in how they uphold their promises. Conversely, those who make commitments lightly yet repeatedly fail to follow through often lack responsibility or do not value the trust others place in them. This principle applies to personal relationships and holds significant meaning in work and society. A colleague who is always punctual and keeps their word will earn the trust of their peers. A leader who upholds commitments to their employees will become a source of inspiration. A trustworthy friend will create strong and lasting relationships. In essence, keeping promises is not just an isolated act, but an expression of character, respect, and core values. Observing how people honor their commitments, from small daily actions to major life decisions, is one of the most effective ways to determine their trustworthiness. If you found this video valuable and gained new insights, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on meaningful content in the future. We strive to share deep psychological knowledge, personal development insights, and strategies for building strong relationships, content you won't want to miss. If you enjoy this topic, share the video with your friends and family so they can also benefit from these insights. Sometimes, a single piece of information can change how someone perceives themselves or improve their life. Thank you for taking the time to watch and support us. Your engagement is our motivation to continue delivering high-quality content. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or suggest topics you'd like to explore in future videos. See you in the next video, where we will continue our journey of discovering fascinating insights into psychology, self-development, and how to create a more meaningful life.